gonna look awesome on the Minibike. It's my wheel, I like. I bought this nugget from a guy living in the hills, just to try to get it running. But then I changed my mind and decided to make something badass out of it. I stripped the bike, repainted the frame and the wheels, got new rubber and extended the swing arm, which brings us to this moment. I got some mad updates for the bike, which you will not want to miss, so stick around. The Santa came early today. This is the front suspension of the Minibike. Look at this sturdy beast. It's gonna look awesome on the Minibike. Look at this. And look at this roar. Let's put it on a bike to have a look how it looks, and we go from there. Yeah, we had some sound issues. So it feels like I've done this before already, no? It's like how do you call that? Deja vu. Do you know what's a deja vu? It's bullshit that you've already heard. Where is the steering wheel? Look at this steering wheel. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Right, now the next accent is Irish. Start whenever you're ready, my friend. That was not a good idea. I should not be doing that. Either way, I think it looks pretty dope. It needs to be lowered quite a bit. And there's quite a few issues with this. Tube of the head is too thin. I will need some bearings for this. There's some sizing issues with the wheel and the forks. And here, if you come closer, I'm risking to destroy everything here. You can see the frame and the forks meeting. I need to take off this part of the fork. You can see that I marked it in white. That's what I need to take off with the grinding wheel. You won't believe it. This freaking cost 40 euros. I think you would agree that it looks way more expensive than it actually is. I think so. It's goddamn, it's not 500, man. I have nothing in my garage that costs 500. I think it's time that I take this whole Lego that I've put here together apart and I start actually working on the forks. Let's get to it. So I will need to take off some metal from this side and from this side. I think about 2 millimeters each way, and it should clear the forks. Let's start with this. Watch out for the sparks, you know, safety third. So clean this off, about 2 millimeters. It's not straight, but neither is your dad. How about that? Let's get this. So I made a straight line there, and I'm just gonna cut it. Maybe not cut my fingers. It used to be too big. That's what she said. Yeah, man, I'm fucking 5 years old, bro. That's what she said. Jokes is basically the top of my humor. It's good, but not good enough. The whole fucking video is gonna be me sounding like Boris. It's my wheel. I like a wheel. It's a pretty good move. Chicks dig it, trust me. This is the axle of the wheel, and obviously because this was not made for that, it doesn't fit. So on this side it doesn't fit, so I need to make this a bit skinnier. I can definitely use just a grinding wheel to take 1 millimeter off. On this side there's the wobbliness, okay, and the wobbliness we'll fix with this spacer. The spacer fits perfectly on this, so it will roll, but it doesn't fit there, so I need to make it a little bit skinnier so it fit in. So here's my next dumb idea, okay? It's not necessary, but I want to make it a little bit, how would you call it, round. Bro, look at this. This is genius at work. Pretty hot. I'm gonna burn my hand for sure. Every one of my 55 ideas is worth something. How about that? I'm fairly satisfied with this. Needs spacer. The next issue that we're gonna into is this. This freaking weird thing has no way of fixing it there. I'm gonna make 2 holes here. I'm gonna make them with a thread and put 2 bolts inside there so that I can hold the axle inside. Otherwise, axle is in and that's a pretty good job. Let's move on. My favorite tool. A little hammer, a baby hammer. We're gonna make 2 holes here, and we're gonna thread them with this tool here. This is a Amazon thread maker for 20 euros and it's actually kind of working. So you screw it in, screw it out, screw it in, screw it out, and eventually there will be a thread and you'll be able to put a bolt there in and it will hold the freaking axle inside. It's gonna be amazing. Now you might ask me, what the hell am I doing? I have just a regular, I don't know, wood screw in my hand. You don't understand, but there's a notch maker. There's like a thing that you hit in that you make a hole in the metal so that when you drill stuff, so that the drill centers and doesn't walk around like this, you know? But I don't have that punching thing, so I use a bolt. It's very, very hillbilly. Just a reminder, don't do this at home. I'm not making things, I'm ruining them. I'm sure there's people that watch this with like gray hair and they're just thinking like, Jesus fuck, what are you doing? Like any type of YouTubers, like they watch YouTube, people tend to be pretty anal about stuff, you know? Yeah. So they're watching, they're like, bro, that is not the right tool. Oh my God, you're gonna ruin this future classic by cutting it apart. I don't give a fuck. Not a single, wait, maybe I have one. No, that was the last one that I had. Oh my God. So you take this, you put it in here, like so. And then you make it tight. Then you take some lubricant. Just need to try to get it straight. You go 2 forward, a little bit back. You know, I always watch, like, you watch these videos and like there's like, oh, I rebuilt a Lamborghini from birth, destroyed in 24 hours. Fuck all you did, man. You've been working on that shit for a month. Man,
you look like Spider-Man right now.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. No, relax.
This screw should fit. Yes, sir. Look at that. Right. And this is good. This is exactly how. Man, this is the first thing today that's actually gone as planned. You can see my holes here, and you can see this. We put this in, and you know it works like that. But now, if I put in bolts there, we got it. Happy about that. Wow, so one thing has been fixed. Would you just look at this filthy son of a gun? Looks bratty, offensive. I love it. Now, I just did this Lego. Obviously, nothing's mounted anywhere. I just did this Lego kind of to realize how much can I drop it before the engine is gonna scrape on the ground. What I want is the swing arm kind of be on the same level as the seat. And from here, I can figure out how much I need to lower the forks for the bike to be in one line. I'm gonna measure out the forks and I'm gonna see how much I need to lower the forks internally. So here's why I need to lower the forks internally, because there's a massive amount of travel here. If the fork actually ends up traveling that amount, sure as hell that engine is gonna be running on the floor. We do not want that, it's gonna be destroyed. I suppose we probably need about half of this travel. It's gonna be hard as shit, but then again, it's not really gonna be right. It's more of a boutique thing. It's gonna be cool, but maybe not the most comfortable bike. But wait till you see the seat, so it won't really matter. It's being uncomfortable as shit, because cool is uncomfortable. We pay for beauty with uncomfort. All right, let me see if I can open this to get those 6 centimeters lower. I give up. I've tried everything. The problem is that I cannot get the rod and the cartridge out. So I cannot lower the forks. Yeah, this is, I've tried everything. I've tried everything. If you have any advice for me here, my guy, please bleep bloop in the tube in the comments and let me know, but I give up. I need to do something else. Because the bike is basically in the colors of my soul, gray and black, I've decided that I probably need some, what's the word? Yes, I've decided that I need an accent of color of some sorts, of lively color of the sun. I'm gonna have some yellow paint on the wheels. You might be thinking that you can just stick it on with some tape and just paint it through. and you're gonna have nice color on the wheels. But it's not the case, because if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have paint blow by here, it's gonna blow under the paper, and you're gonna have runs here, and it's not gonna look pretty at all. Trust me, I've done it hundreds of times and it's not cool. So instead, what we're gonna do is, I bought some double-sided tape. I'm gonna put on the double-sided tape on the back of this stuff. I'm gonna cut it out, I'm gonna stick it on and paint it. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. All right, my guy, it's time for you to cut. Come. Two hours later, Sean managed to do this. We're gonna stick this on and we're gonna paint it. First of all, let's choose on the area. I think I will try to choose some place where there's not that much lettering on the bottom, so it doesn't look weird. I think I'm gonna do it somewhere here and here. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm making the rubber that is smooth. I'm making it a bit coarse, a bit rough, so that the paint has areas to go in, to stick. There's so many reasons why painting rubber is completely idiotic. For example, if the tire deflates, paint doesn't shrink, but the tire does shrink. Clearly it will fuck up the paint. But that's a pain for another day. Yes, sir. Oh, bro. More or less. We made this beautiful pillow and this color. We're gonna put this here.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
We're back to the schedule of doing things, and next up is this fuel tank, and surprisingly it's not that rusty on the outside, but it is rusty on the inside. So we're gonna fill it in with screws that I will never need, and I will just shake it for half an hour to take off the bigger parts of rust, then clean it out, cover it with some rust remover. Let's go! I'm pretty sure my neighbor is gonna hate me for this. Rust cleaner, get it inside, shake it, and leave it for a couple of hours for the rust to turn black. Alright, the rust remover has done its thing. I'm just gonna roughen it up with this and just paint it black. Simple and quick. I was just about done with this, but I noticed this thing, unacceptable. Come here. The edges of the fuel tank are going over the body of the thing, and I cannot have that. So this shit comes right back out and goes right back to the table. Bad fuel tank, bad fuel tank. We got a nice line to cut it for. I don't know who should know it, but never cut a fuel tank. It's super dangerous. This hasn't seen petrol in more years than I have. It'll be fine, but in general, be careful, please. Ah, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nice. A good friend of mine would say, when in doubt, paint it black. Guys, if you're stuck with something ever, taking a chill pill and doing something else for some time will always help you, and you'll come back with a better decision. I don't know if mine was better, but lo and behold, I got the forks open. Dilemma on how to make it lower. If you know an easier way, make sure you let me know in the comments, because I have no clue. I'm a hillbilly. What I'm gonna do is real simple, okay? I'm gonna cut it here, cut 6 centimeters out, and weld it back on. A worst case scenario, it costs 50 bucks or less. So if I cut it and fuck it, well, it is what it is. Let me tell you, it feels absolutely perverted to cut something new and good. not the prettiest thing in the world. It won't be dating your mom anytime soon, but it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. This will do. All right, let's put this in the fork and let's see how it looks. Oh, this is exciting. Look at this difference. I managed. Just remember, this is definitely not something you should do. I didn't find any information on how to lower them, so I just did the most hillbilly thing possible. Do not do this to your good stuff because you'll ruin it. This is probably ruined. Do they suspend? You know what? They still do. Off camera, I'm gonna do the other side. You don't need to see the same thing. See ya. Next episode, we might actually have an engine, and there's a big surprise for you guys. I am shitting you not. I'm so excited about it. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, guys, just freaking look at this. This is coming along, eh? I hope you had fun watching. I hope you liked the progress of this thing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your friends. You already know what to do. Stay tough, motherfuckers.